Hi, I'm Giuseppe Leone. Thank you so much for inviting me to your webinar. I'm the founder of Virtual Mediation Lab, an online mediation project sponsored by the Association for Conflict Resolution, Hawaii chapter. In short, this is what we do. We teach mediators in 2 hours how to mediate online, how to add online mediation to their practice, and how to blend face-to-face and online mediation. And we also gave them the opportunity to participate in free online mediation simulations of family, workplace, or commercial cases. Today, we'll talk about 4 topics. What online mediation means and how it works. Second, which cases are suitable for online mediation. Third, what are the benefits of online mediation both to the parties and to ourselves. And finally, what you can do if you're interested to add online mediation to your practice. Before we do that, let me give you some background information about my mediation experience. I've been a mediator since 1997. I specialize in commercial and workplace cases. I mediate, for example, for the United States Postal Service. Typically, there are workplace disputes between supervisors and employees, or employees and other employees. And in January 2014, I mediated the first online mediation for the program completely online. As a project manager of Virtual Mediation Lab, I've also run hundreds of online mediation simulations with mediators from 30 countries and in 9 languages, so I've seen firsthand what works well or not so well in online mediation. So let's get started. Let's see what online mediation means and how it works. In other words, how we can do online what we are used to do face-to-face. Online mediation means that parties can be anywhere, different cities, different countries, or even different continents. They are connected with whichever device they have. It can be a PC or a Mac. It can be a tablet, an iPad, for example. It can be a smartphone, an iPhone or an Android smartphone, or it can also be an ordinary landline phone. They can participate from anywhere, from their office, from their home, on the road. These are the people who can participate in an online mediation. The parties, of course, their legal or union representatives, some professional experts, accountants, tax advisors, financial planners. In international disputes, we may also have online language translators. And finally, we can also have sign language interpreters. Not all parties have to be online. For example, like you can see in this picture, you can have some parties in your office in front of you and some other parties online. But the same token, not all mediation stages have to be performed online, depending on the case, depending on the circumstances, and depending on the party's preference. You can blend online and face-to-face mediation. For example, if the parties have never participated in mediation before, perhaps it will be useful to have their first meeting online, so they don't need to drive to your office just to discover that mediation is not exactly what they had in mind. Also, if the parties seem to be near an agreement, it's up to them whether they want to meet for the final mediation session online, or if they prefer to come to your office. Let's see how online mediation works. Of course, we can have joint meetings with all parties. We can also have private meetings, and it's very easy to put people on hold so they cannot hear or see what you're doing during a private meeting with the other party. We can also have separate virtual mediation rooms so that we can do shadow diplomacy in multi-party disputes. In addition to all of these kind of meetings, we can also share any information that is relevant and important to discuss during the parties' mediation. For example, we can share pictures that the parties have taken. We can share documents, contracts, proposals, receipts. We can share worksheets For example, in a family case, we can pull up a worksheet and run some what-if scenarios regarding the spouse's division of assets and liabilities. We can show videos. For example, if in a car accident, one of the drivers has shot a video of the accident, the video can be shared and discussed online. We can also have an online whiteboard, for example, for writing up the parties' memorandum of understanding or the parties' agenda for the next meeting. And finally, we have annotation tools so that whenever we share any information online, we make it easy for the parties to look at a specific portion of that information on their screen. Which cases are suitable for online mediation? Typically, all cases when parties live in different places, different cities, different countries, different continents. Also cases in which money can be a concern. For example, it will cost too much for people to drive or to fly to the mediator's office. Contentious cases where parties hate the idea of being in the same room or even the same building with the other party. And finally, when there is an element of urgency. Therefore, it is important, in order to prevent a dispute from escalating, to jump in as soon as possible. What are the benefits of online mediation to the parties? Well, first of all, they save time and money, of course. It is also convenient for them to participate in an online mediation, because in online mediation we visit them, they don't come to us, so that we can ask them when is the best time, when we can have their undivided attention, and when they are in the best physical and mental condition to participate in our mediation. And finally, online mediation creates a safe space for the parties, because they are in their own territory. They are in charge of the territory. They are in their kitchen, they are in the living room, they are in their office, and therefore there is absolutely no need to feel frightened by the physical presence of the other party. What are the benefits for us mediators? I think that, to begin with, online mediation makes it easier for people to do business with us. And second, online mediation opens up entirely new markets and opportunities outside our city and outside our country. So, what can you do if you're interested to add online mediation to your practice? I would suggest that step number 1 is to try it. You can participate in our free online mediation simulations and see for yourself how it works. This is an example of a recent simulation. You can see that the mediator, Juliet, was in London, the UK, of course. The parties were in Pennsylvania and in Maryland, and I, as a coach, was and am in Hawaii in the United States. Step number 2. If you like what you see during a simulation, the next step is, of course, to sign up for our 2-hour hands-on training in online mediation. I hope that you found this short presentation useful, and if you're interested to take a look at our online mediation simulations, you can visit our website, virtualmediationlab.com. If you have any questions, please send me an email at virtualmediationlab@gmail.com or give me a call. My phone number is in the United States, 808-383-4117. Thank you.